Adjust level with a gradient of 0.02 for FITURE's precision. When making level adjustment, adjust the horizontal direction by using wet liner or adjustable tightening pad iron. The adjustment is subject to bidirectional adjustment in the cross direction. We can judge whether the zero position of the gradient is correct according to different position of the bubble. Put the gradient on the base surface of the equipment. Adjust pad iron at one end to make sure that the gradient bubble is in the center. Then adjust the gradient of 90 degrees and adjust the pad iron for the second time to make sure that the gradient bubble is in the center. When bubbles of both two directions reach the request, the initial adjustment is finished. Put the net parts according to the video installation of assembly sequence. After completion of the assembly, connect it with impact host to ensure the normal operation of equipment, not obstructing and protect opposition person. Pendulum installation. Install corresponding pendulum according to the requirement of the experiment. First, install the pendulum. Load both and nut, and then lock nut. Adjust the small pendulum pointer to 0. Firstly, make sure the pendulum is in vertical position and motionless, and pull the pointer to a maximum net energy. Use a wrench or hammer to tap on the fork slightly. When the point pressing the fork, make sure that the point points to a maximum energy line. Small pendulum span adjustment. Place a span alignment plate on the impact jaw spot. The gap direction overlaps with the pendulum blade. Then, push the pendulum to the gap of the span alignment plate lightly. Check whether the gap and the blade is coincident, and is there a gap in the side 40 mm direction of the two jaw spots and the span alignment plate. If there's a gap, after the press block of the front and back clamp is loose, adjust it to a standard length. Dial reading mode of a small pendulum. On the dial, confirm scale divided range of the small pendulum. Circle the 150 joule in right within the scale line to read the energy value. And the energy value is read from right to left. The pointer instructs that energy value routes from left to right. Pendulum replacement. Choose suitable pendulum according to the using scope and the endurance of samples. Jam mode. Loosen the lock nut. Use a special demolition to take down the pendulum. Replace it with a suitable pendulum and lock nut. Adjust the big pendulum pointer to 0. Firstly, make sure the pendulum is in vertical position and motionless. Push the pointer to a maximum energy line. Use the wrench or hammer to tap on the fork slightly. When the point pressing the fork, make sure that the pointer points to a maximum energy line. Big pendulum span adjustment. Place the span alignment plate on the impact jaw spot. The gap direction overlaps with the pendulum blade. Then push the pendulum lightly to the gap of the span alignment plate. Check where the gap and the blade is coincident, and is there a gap in size 40 mm direction of the two jaw spots and the span alignment plate. If there's a gap, after the press block of the front and back clamp is loose, adjust it to a standard range. Dial-reading mode of big pendulum. On the dial, confirm secure dividing range of small pendulum. Check the 300 zone in black outside the secure line to read energy value, and the energy value is read from right to left. The pointer instructs that energy value routes from left to right. Before examining the training run of the equipment, finish the preliminary work required by the equipment. Then connect the 380 voltage, 50 Hz, 3-phase 4-wire power supply, and connect the manual control box to the corresponding interface on the side of the host. Open the equipment to power, and the indicator light on the front side is on. Pull the toggle switch on the manual control box to the on position, and press the release pendulum button. Confirm the pendulum rotation direction. If it's clockwise, the direction is correct, and the counterclockwise rotation is wrong. Then adjust the phase sequence of work power according to the pendulum rotation direction, so as to reach the requirements of a correct use of the equipment. When adjusting the phase sequence, the toggle switch should be on the off position. Open the equipment power for the second time. Pull the toggle switch to the on position. Press the Tickon pendulum button clockwise and will not stop. Tilt this to the highest position, and the safety pin pops out. Press the return pin button, then the safety pin rebounds. Press the impact button. The pendulum impacts clockwise. After impacting, the pendulum hangs on the highest position automatically, and the safety pin pops up. Press the return pin button, then the safety pin rebounds. Press and hold the release pendulum button until the pendulum clockwise down to a vertical position slowly. Loosen the release pendulum button, then the trial run is complete. Pull the toggle switch to the off position. Close all switches and power supply. When doing impact test, confirm suitable using range of pendulum and sample endurance capacity. Adjust the pendulum to 0, and then press the Take Pendulum button. Put the sample on the jaw spot. Align it with the sample alignment hammer. Press the return pin button, then the impact button. The sample is broken by the pendulum impact. The point points to different positions according to different pendulum, and read corresponding energy value of that position. That energy is the impact energy that sample suffered. Before doing the next test, firstly, put the pointer to a maximum value line, and then start the position of manual control box and sample one after another. Record the impact energy. When the experiment is complete, press the return pin button. Press and hold the release pendulum to put the pendulum to a vertical position. Close the toggle switch on the control box. Close all the power supplies of the equipment.